Okay, I do a daily quick update rather than producing, what's the word? Digitally produced videos like how-to guides. Something happens every day in digital marketing, working with lots of customers, which is relevant. And rather than create barriers to make videos, I'm going to do one every day quickly. The email I got today was from a customer I worked with about a year ago, not on their SEO, they did their own SEO. And they sent me an email today that said, please can you help? Our Google ranking, our traffic mainly, has gone down 50% in the last month. We don't know why, we don't know what to do about it. And can you help? And the answer is no, not really, not very quickly. I can help a little bit to tell you why. Then you have to make the improvements. And so what I've done this morning for them is I've run a report using the software we use, which is the professional SEO software called Semrush. That will tell me if there's anything fundamentally wrong with their website from Google's perspective, technically, usability wise and so on, whether you've got any penalties. I've run that came out clean. Okay, and then run a keyword ranking report to see if there's any drop-offs in their ranking, to see if their feeling is true, and that came back badly. Okay, so their keyword phrases where they were ranked in the first page, first half a page of results for some keyword ranking phrases, that had fallen. And so their instinct was correct. And I always think if you have an instinct, then do act upon it. If you feel it's got quieter from a Google perspective, it probably has. And you can check technically. Okay, so I ran the audit. That came back, said, all clean. Nothing's really changed about your website so far. Ran the keyword ranking report. That came back and said, no, you're right. How you feel is correct. Your ranking has fallen half a page. That is a big deal. If you're top of the results, you get about 20% of the clicks for a search. Second, you get maybe 10, 8. And then when you get down the bottom of the first page, you're into 1s, 2s, 3s, hardly anything. And so to fall 5 places would do that. You would notice your business. Forget the traffic, right? That's just a driver of how much money and sales you make. Your business would fall. You would feel it. And that confirmed the first part, which is you're not making this up. What you feel is correct. Google has downgraded your site. And we now ask ourselves, why? Why have they done that? And you dig a bit deeper. Okay. Now, therefore, and you can see the graph, the graph goes bang, okay, on the 1st of August. And when you check the Google logarithm updates, you do that lots of places, Google or Moz or lots of places. Okay, Google release 500 or 600 updates every year. Only a handful will be significant. On the 1st of August, they released a quality change to their logarithm. That is not a coincidence. Their ranking falls on the 1st of August. The Google logarithm is changed in what we'll call a substantial way, relatively, on that exact date. That's what happened. Can't be anything else because they didn't change anything else. There is no influx of competition because you can see that. What actually happened is Google changed the goalposts. Where you were scoring goals before, you're not now. You nearly are. They haven't thrown you out. You've just gone down half a page. And he asked me, sent me an email in reply and said, what can you do about it? Or what can I do about it? As in him. Said, well, nothing very quickly. I mean, I've done turnaround projects before, and they usually work. Turnaround projects, it can take up to 3-6 months. Sometimes it never works. That's just the reality of Google. The way you've historically built your site and set it up is too much to change to actually turn it around. But in this situation, I think he can turn it around. It requires reviewing how he did his search engine optimization, where he put the words and so on. That takes time. I don't think that's the main bit. But I think he would have to do that. He'd have to review his search engine optimization. And you remember I mentioned the audit score, the quality audit score on your website, which is software can run a test on that and say, Google thinks you are this good. His is 70%. It's been 70% for a while. 70% is good, but now his circumstances have changed. Okay, 70% was good relatively. When you were up at the top of the rankings, that was okay. Now you've fallen half a page. That is not okay. What was good, 70%, is now not good enough. And so I've gone back to him and said, you can turn this round. I've seen it turn around many times, reactions to the Google logarithm updates. If you understand what to do, giving them a few pointers about what to do, I do think without professional help, people like me, not necessarily me, but people like me, without professional help, that is quite hard to do. You know exactly what to look for. but just to follow some simple rules, which is review how you did the optimization. Don't be too clumsy. Don't look for keyword spamming and so on, and make sure you've done everything correctly. You might have done it inadvertently. But most importantly, revisit the quality check. In Google's eyes, a report that tests usability, broken links, all those errors, technical errors that a website will be penalized for on Google, go back to there and say 70% was fine. I could handle that. 70% was fine. Now it isn't. You need to do more to perform the same because Google have moved the goalposts. And you can do that because these reports will give you a to-do list, a simple to-do list that you can do with your developer, and some things you can do yourself to improve the quality of the site. And you work through the list, you can see a measurable indication that you are improving things. It's not Google. Google don't tell anybody their logarithm, but it's as close as you're going to get because these companies like SEMrush and Moz, they make their money by knowing how Google works. More or less, they monitor whether Google ranking logarithm changes how sites are measured, and they try and give you information to fix it. And so I've sent him the SEMrush report, mainly because I like him. I've sent him the SEMrush report and said, here it is. Some of that you can do yourself, some of it you can need help with. I didn't offer to help myself because I will wait to be asked, really. You know, if he can fix it himself, that's great. Why pay someone else? But that's his challenge. 70% was good. Google just moved the goalposts. 70% is now not good enough. And you need to work through your list to improve the performance of the website technically and usability wise to get that up to 90. And any site can be got up to 90% quality. I rarely run a test on any business that has above 75. So there's always improvements. Why change things when you don't need to, okay? Why change things when you don't need to? If you make changes to your website, you can go down. What goes up can go down. And so 70 was fine. We wouldn't have changed it because you were top of the rankings. Now you're not. Time to change it. Okay, that's it. Dead easy, right? I don't have to set the camera up. I don't have to put the background up, think about it, edit it, and all the rest of it. And that is a barrier to me to produce quick videos for you. And I'm not going to do it anymore. I will make the occasional instructional video done professionally and with the camera and so on. But for now, I'm just going to go live. When I think I've got something to say for you that I think is helpful and useful, I'll go live and just make a quick 2 minutes and upload it as a live stream. If you want to join any of these live streams while I'm doing it, that's fine. I'll reply. You know me, talk to anyone. Okay, so I'm Elliot Fort, Business Think Digital. I thought that was interesting. I thought it was something worth knowing. Google changed the rules on the 1st of August. If you feel like you've had a bit of a downturn, maybe that's it. It might not be. Maybe it is. And investigate.